Hello everybody, I'm Deusdaecon and welcome back to I don't remember. And we're not in front of the wall of questions right now, mainly because it's cold as fuck and I would rather be sitting here.
What's going on? Why is it so cold?
See? So let's get on with the questions. Number 6 asks, would you rather punch Paul W.S. Anderson or bury him in concrete? And if so, why? If not, why? Honestly, I would want to do neither. I know, it's a strange thing for me to say, but I would want to do neither. Because I think his movies are an example to us all. And everything about them, we can learn from them and do better than them. No, wait, the second one. Callum Lynch asks, what about the Crow TV series Stairway to Heaven? The TV series, if you're not familiar with it, is basically... it's the first movie again, just stretched out to an entire series. And it's pretty Sci-Fi Channel, in my opinion. It's not particularly great. The guy who plays Eric Draven, I think it's still Eric Draven. I'll have to check that. I'm not sure, but the guy who plays him is the chairman in American Iron Chef, which is kind of a irresistible joke right there. So yeah, I'm not too sure. It's a bit more difficult with series, as you probably can tell. If I did do it, I'd have to figure out whether I wanted to do it as individual episodes, like with Constantine, or do it as a series thing. It's very hard to tell. I'll have to look into it. So yeah, not too sure. Maybe. So yeah, it's maybe, and it's actually a pretty big maybe because I honestly don't know if I'll do it. Sorry about that, but I just don't know. Maybe it has a few weird quirks about it. And it doesn't quite make much sense. Because as you know, in the original Crow, Eric Draven comes back to kill the guys who killed him and his fiancée. But in the show, now I might be wrong here, but when he kills someone, they come back as what is called a snake, who is basically an evil version of the Crow. Yeah, I don't fucking know either. And yeah, it's a bit weird. So it's a big maybe. And I'll have to actually watch the show first, so I don't really know. Hope that's good enough. Avidly Reading asks, if you could rewrite and reshoot one film, which would it be and why? Well, I think that's pretty obvious. Green Lantern. Because I could really do a good version of Green Lantern, in my opinion. I mean, I'm no screenwriter. But I like to think I could do a better job than what we actually got, frankly. And again, the way I would do it is not dissimilar to the way they did it in the film, but make it far more fan-friendly. Because at the end of the day, when you make a Green Lantern film, it should be for the fans first. Yes, you want newcomers as well. Obviously, you want people who don't know what Green Lantern is to come in. But it's also for the fans, because that's who you're going to get first when you announce this film. So it has to be for the fans. You have to make sure the fans are happy with it. And as I am one of the fans, I was not happy with it. So I would basically do pretty much the exact same plot, but I would add and take away different things. First of all, I wouldn't make Hector Hammond the main bad guy. Well, technically the main bad guy. Is it Parallax? No. Simple. First of all, you make the main bad guy Atrocitus, the leader of the Red Lanterns. Because that makes sense. That's how Arbin fucking crashed. And then you've got stuff with... I can't remember the guy's name, but he's Black Hand. And you've got all this stuff. And then you have... See, Arbin crashes. You have Atrocitus. Atrocitus does shit. Everything goes to hell. The stuff with Black Hand, you can put that in at a side. It doesn't even need to be mentioned. You could do it as an end of credits a la Marvel thing, as DC are desperate to emulate them. And then you have Hal Jordan get in the ring because Arbin is dead. He trains... and he actually fights fucking crime, which he didn't do in the goddamn movie, with Sinestro. Sinestro and him team up. It's a great partnership. They are great at what they do. Obviously, he's teaching him. Obviously, he's a bit abrasive and a bit of a dick because it's Sinestro. And then, at the end, you have more stuff with Black Hand. You have more stuff with Atrocitus. You can have Atrocitus creating the Red Lanterns at the end, or even in the middle. Something to imply the Red Lanterns. And then, as it continues, you've got Sinestro coming around and he's appreciating what Hal Jordan can do, and he's actually thinks he can be a good Lantern. And at the end of the movie, he's like, "Hey, you did good here. Maybe you should come to my planet and see how good I do there." And then in the sequel, you got Hal Jordan. He goes to Sinestro's planet, I forget the name, and you find out he's ruling it like a dictator, which is the way it was supposed to be. And then you can make Sinestro the bad guy in the second movie, and at the end of that, he's imprisoned. And then in the third movie, or rather, sorry, no, in the second movie, and at the end, he becomes a Yellow Lantern, and you don't fucking rush it, DC, and all this stuff. And again, more stuff with the Red Lanterns, more stuff with Black Hand. You could have other Lantern Corps coming in here and there, all this stuff. And in the third movie, you have the Sinestro Corps War, which I love. I love the Sinestro Corps War. It's pretty damn epic. Because then you could bring in a load of good bad guys and really relate to the other series in the DCU. And I know you got the stuff with, Hal Jordan becoming Parallax and stuff, but that doesn't need to be there. It's too confusing. Or, if they really wanted to do that, do it at the end of the Sinestro Corps War. Because you got the Sinestro Corps, they fight, they lose, Parallax needs something, he latches onto Hal Jordan, bingo bango, you have a fourth movie. Hal Jordan goes mental, Kyle Rayner. You have Kyle Rayner the entire movie. That would be brilliant. And then you could set stuff up for Blackest Night, which I think would be an epic cross-movie continuation. You've got, we haven't got Batman, he's dead. Don't ask. Obviously you got Superman, you got Wonder Woman, you got all the DCU, you got everyone. You could put anyone you want in there. Jonah Hex, if you really want to reboot that shit, because we all want to reboot that shit. There's so much you could do with it, and they did none of it. So that's basically what I would do. I can't remember if I actually repeated myself from my review. You should go watch that, it's pretty good. But yeah, that's basically what I would do, because there's just so much potential, because the Green Lantern stuff is essentially interconnected with pretty much everything that happens in the DCU. You've got the stuff with Parallax, for example, coincides with the death and return of Superman, which they're fucking desperate to get to do, aren't they? So yeah, everything is intrinsic to the series, and you can't have the DCU movies without Green Lantern. That's my opinion, but I'm a fanboy, so who cares? That's just what I would do, and I think it would be really good to have a movie where you get all these different characters, and you could even bring back old characters from different movies. Like you could have Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow coming back in Blackest Night, because they do something quite clever here, because they make at the end of Blackest Night, spoilers, who cares? Scarecrow becomes a Yellow Lantern, who are the Lanterns of Fear. It's so perfect, so ingenious. I love it, and that would be awesome. Having Cillian Murphy become a Yellow Lantern and all this is great. And you got the stuff with the Black Lanterns. You could get a bit more dark, which they clearly love to do. So, yeah, Blackest Night is the one that makes the most sense, because they're trying to do Death and Return of Superman now, but it doesn't make sense now because he's not popular. Yes, people like Superman, but how many people, honestly now, how many people like the Superman we have now? How many people actually genuinely adore Man of Steel's version of Superman? Not as many as the comics. And that was the point. It was supposed to shock as many fans as possible. And you're just not going to do that. People are just going to go, oh, he's dead, right, whatever, who cares? It's not a big deal. Probably some people are going to be cheering. I know I will. So, yeah, if you do Blackest Night, it makes the most sense, because it's the best overarching story DC's done in a long goddamn time. And because with Blackest Night as well, you could reboot so much shit with that, and you could bring back so much interesting stuff, because everyone's in it, everyone takes a part. You've got Aquaman, who plays a big part, and Aquaman's pretty awesome in that. Where he summons like zombie sharks. Not joking. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, I love Blackest Night. So there you go. There's a bit of a long answer there. Rigor Mortis asks, have you seen the Lost Boys film? And are they on your list of movies you want to review? Lost Boys, yeah, I've definitely heard of Lost Boys. It's very difficult not to. I do want to look at the series, but the biggest thing about that is I can only say yes, I will get to them eventually. I can't really give any dates anymore. It's just not something I can do. There's a lot of plans of other stuff I want to do, and everything is kind of up in the air with what I want to do at what time. But, and be prepared for a bit of a plug here, I apologise. But if anyone, including Mr. Rigor Mortis, if anyone is really interested in seeing me do a video, you can go to my Patreon page, where you can donate and get me to review whatever you like. No questions asked, as soon as humanly possible. And that's a guarantee. That's a Deusdaecon guarantee. Yeah, the ad's over. All I'm saying is that the Patreon page is an option. If somebody is really, really desperate to get me to review a movie, there's the Patreon page. Because I can't really give a date. The only thing I can say is, yes, eventually. And that's really the best I can do. So there you go. The video wasn't too long, I don't think. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. It really does help a lot. If you're interested in other videos, go into the channel. There's some really great ones. I'm uploading all old ones. There's a new one coming out next week, which should be good. And I'm pretty much back on schedule. So from next week, we should be getting brand new video reviews every Saturday. I'm probably going to kick myself for saying that. But yes, there's going to be a brand new review on this channel every Saturday from now on, if I keep with my schedule, which should be going well. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!